Hey, welcome to the best sports highlights. I'm Chris with a K. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time to my channel, please make sure you leave a like on this video, leave a comment on this video. I'll definitely love to hear your feedback, as well as subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification. The cool thing about my channel that differs from other channels, if it's your first time, is that I like to do a lot of live videos to interact with you folks because your opinions and what you think about things matter to me. And I just want to be just live as possible. Don't really need that much editing because you can't edit real life as it's happening, and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But anyways, so today, oh yeah, before I get started, also I'm gonna leave in my description, visit chrisative.com, KRISATIVE. Yo, Sniper Piggy, how are you doing? Anyways, yes. He so is. Visit chrisative.com. I'll leave a link in there to get some of my merch and stuff like that. It'll be very cool and stuff. Just to support your boy and stuff like that. Some cool gear. Leave comments below of ideas and stuff you want to make, and I might put it on a shirt for you and whatnot. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about AB, and a shock to my surprise, somebody already commented like, he's such a drama queen. Yep, he is. He definitely is. Yep. Guys are thinking exactly what I'm thinking. But basically, talk about him. The reason why I'm talking about him today, because somehow I don't know how this man happened to get a tryout. Not with just any bomb team in the NFL. He got a tryout with a team that's definitely won the playoffs for sure. And that team is the New Orleans Saints. My top two favorite team in the NFC right now. Or my top, not I wouldn't say favorite, but top two team in NFC that I think is gonna go to the Super Bowl. Because their team is well rounded and have an elite quarterback. All right. Well, so just following this news, this shocked me. I just got off work and I'm just getting done doing my deliveries at DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates. It was a slow night. Testing out DoorDash didn't go that well and stuff like that. But anyways, let me get to the point. Oh, yeah. And with the social media stuff, I don't know. AB's just gonna be AB. I've got to the point that he's got to the point. But then again, if as Stephen A. Smith said back ago, that he's gotten to a point where he has no options. Literally, all this man had to do was shut up. It was like from a Thursday to a Tuesday, or it was like 24 or 48 hours. All he had to do is shut up, and he would have got guaranteed 29.1 or $29.5 million. But anyways, it was a lot of money, $29 million. And he missed out on that because people was like, oh my gosh, he's dumb, because he ended up going to the Patriots. Obviously had a fall on everything. But anyways, I'm going to read an article and stuff that kind of goes more in detail what happened, because I want more inside scoop of what went down. So I wanted to go live with you guys, because that's what my channel is about, to read to you guys what went down. This article is from CBS Sports, written by Paul Walker and Brian DiArdo. Wasn't Paul Walker the driver from Fast and Furious? But anyways, all right. So I'm gonna start with the article. So it says, "File this new under things you didn't expect to hear in 2009. It's been a whirlwind year for Antonio Brown, and not in a good way. Nonetheless, New Orleans Saints are willing to do their due diligence on him, as the former All-Pro receiver was one of 6 free agent receivers that worked out with the team on Friday." This was actually today. So Brown announced it by posting an image of the workout waiver on social media. The Saints did not sign Brown or any of the players that worked out for the team. Immediately following the workout, Saints head coach Sean Payton fielded questions about his decision to bring Brown in for a workout. Just to stop there, Sean Payton has a lot of pull. He has the power to sign people, like the organization believes in him so much. Now back to the article. So the process is something we take seriously. These are the words of Sean Payton, and it's important relative to the makeup of the team. Sean Payton, whose team is currently 12-3, entering Sunday's regular season finale against the Panthers. We're doing our homework. I think part of this is credibility we've already established. There's been a number of players that we've signed or drafted in the years Some worked out, some haven't. I've never met him before, Sean Payton continued. So I had the opportunity to sit down with him and talk to him just like I did with the other 5 guys. Brown's agents Drew Rosenhaus and company Brown to the New Orleans Saints for his workout while also meeting with the team's brass. I don't even know what that is. So Antonio had a very good visit today, and we will continue to discuss our discussions with the Saints, Rosenhaus said via ESPN Adam Schefter. Needless to say, even if the Saints have a serious interest in adding him to the NFL, it won't be a cut and dry situation. The NFL has already made it clear any club willing to sign Brown will also do so, knowing full well he would likely be placed on the commissioner's exempt list due to the league's pending investigation into his ongoing legal issues. Brown has already met with the NFL to plead his case, and what followed was a tirade of angst hurled at the league and a refusal to ever step foot in the NFL again, which was a lie. He was having a moment, which one of you guys was right, saying he's a drama queen, which is true, only to rescind that statement, apologize, and continue on a perpetual cycle of doing these two things over the past 2 weeks. After lobbying more from once for a return to the Patriots, the team opted to not look in his direction again. Decision driven by Brown's verbal social media attacks hurled toward the owner Robert Kraft between apologies. Robert Kraft sounds like the guy who owns the macaroni and cheese. Just saying. After being traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Oakland Raiders following a toxic back and forth with the team that selected him in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft, went to never play a single snap for head coach Jon Gruden. He did them so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. He was released ahead of the regular season following a milestone of issues that surrounded frostbitten feet, a drawn-out helmet grievance with the NFL, a shouting match with Raiders general manager Mike Mayock, and a list of legal issues, the latter currently ongoing. Don't worry, you guys. I'm going to go back through comments and stuff. I'm just reading this first. Despite it all, he was given a contract by the Patriots, but released 2 weeks later due to the aforementioned legal issues. I didn't even know that was a word. Where this all goes from here is anyone's guess, but the Saints are at least curious. Time will tell if things progress beyond simple curiosity, and if they do, oh my gosh, my reading's horrible right now. The NFL will act in a way that could keep Brown out of football for the playoffs and to the foreseeable future, contingent upon their findings and or if the probe is near its conclusion. They've not been prompted to place him on the commissioner's exempt list just yet, considering he's a free agent, but the moment that status changes, they may do so swiftly and much more. Yeah. So I'm going to come back and read comments and it kind of like, let's discuss this. All right, so let's go all the way back up. All right, so he needs to act like a man and stop thinking he's better than everybody else. If you're viewing this video after it's been live, that means because I'm reading these comments, so that's what I'm reading. They aren't live, which is the reason why I do videos live. So I guess I can talk with you guys like we're sitting in the room together. So Dragon Spirit writes, didn't he go to the Patriots and manage to mess it up? Just wow. Yep, he did. It's Sniper Peggy. Cool name. I think Sean Payton only signs AB if they agree to stop with the social media BS. I don't think AB stops. He might lie again, just like he rescinded his I'll never play in the NFL again. Dragon Spirit writes, is he playing or did he quit? The league won't let Soft Tears. I know the league won't let him because of the fact of how he went after the league and said all what he said to the league. They won't let him, allow him to like get away with it because it opened the door up for other people. Well, I say I feel sorry for him, but you reap what you sow in this kind of situation. I agree, Dragon Spears. That was me. Oh, thank you. It's just he just shuts up like he'll be fine. I think he's done enough damage for himself, and the earliest you'll see him will probably be next year. I don't think he got the ability to be silent. It's an addiction to open his mouth. Yep, that's true. I think there's a lot of stuff that he hasn't dealt with that he needs like therapy and stuff. You know, because one moment he's cool, and the next moment he's just like has a fit. He's like the weather down here in Florida. I say in South Florida, the weather 1 minute is sunny, then it rains, and then there's a hurricane threat. I mean, a tornado threat. It's weird. That's how he's been acting. And the Saints would be smart to sign him if the league doesn't allow him to play. And the Saints sign him to the contract. The Saints won't be paying him. The league would. If I'm Sean Payton, I'm taking a risk. I'm a big Saints fan. I hope they don't sign him because I think he'll get released and have a negative impact on the locker room. So here's the thing. Oh, there's one more comment. I'm no professional, but he might be bipolar. I'm not saying he just is that he could potentially be. I agree. So the thing is, the only reason I think he's getting offers is because you have to understand the talent that this guy possesses. A talent like this does not come by so often. You know, obviously, what overshadows the whole thing is the fact of his attitude and how he conducts himself. That can ruin anything for anybody, no matter how great you are. But the fact that he's an elite receiver, I think he's the best receiver in the game. You know, Julio Jones fell off the map, and all these other people fell off the map. You know, you got Thomas on the Saints. They say there might be a problem. Like, let's say if those two do step on the field and Thomas demands the ball, he gets so many receptions. He has over 140 receptions with 1 game left. Most receivers just hope to get 100 receptions a season. This guy has 140 plus receptions already. You know, so he's definitely a good pickup and whatnot. But AB, the reason why I like AB is because he'll be able to take away the double team effect, and because the Saints are primarily more so of a passing team, and Drew Brees is arguably one of the most accurate QBs I've ever seen in my life, and I think he passed Peyton Manning's record. I think it was for touchdowns. So I think AB would definitely get the ball, but this is all if this guy makes it on the field, because they say as soon as his status goes from free agent to sign, he automatically goes on the commissioner's list. And the cool thing about that is that the Saints don't have to pay him, you know, like one of you guys mentioned, but the NFL would have to, you know, and they can give him any type of contract, just like a minimum or something like that, you know. I doubt he plays this season, this off season, this postseason, you know. And the earliest we might see this guy is next year, because we still have to wait on the results of how the investigation will go. You know, I mean, I think he got himself in a lot of trouble this year, leaving the Steelers, throwing Juju Smith-Schuster, I can't even say his name, but Juju under the bus, which is wrong. You know, forced his way out of Pittsburgh. They gave him away for like a 3rd or 6th round pick. I'm like, why would you give the best receiver away for that? And then when he went to the Raiders, we think, okay, the Raiders might break out, might create a ruckus, create a noise. And then, like, you know, he has the frostbite on the foot. And then he had the argument with the helmet. The only player in the league that was, you know, that was threatening not to play because of the helmet. You know, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, they didn't like the helmet change, but they adjusted. And I was like, I guess we have to. But only person that had issue with it was Mr. Antonio Brown, given the fact that he was actually informed on this change that it was going to happen, I think, the year prior. So this wasn't something that hit him, like, blindly. He was informed of this and knew this was coming. This was inevitable. So he had time to prepare, try on a lot of different helmets. So eventually, you know, he lost out on $29 million. He's supposed to go to a practice, meet up with, he's missing out on practice and stuff like that, meet up with John Gruden and stuff like that, you know, and left him, stood him up, and ends up getting released. And then literally that same day gets signed by New England Patriots. So it was like, this was his grand scheme all along, because there was no way the Pittsburgh Steelers would do anything to trade him to the Patriots, because even though they're not in the same division, they will see each other in the playoffs if they make it to the playoffs 9 times out of 10, right? So it's like, why would we just decrease our chance of winning, increases our enemy's chance of winning? That's the reason why he didn't leave in the first place. But he found a way to get New England, playing 1 game with the Dolphins. I was like, oh my gosh, the Patriots is about to be when Tom Brady acquired Randy Moss. But then now you have Amendola, then you had Josh Gordon, who is another issue. He keeps on getting in trouble for the weed, man. Just stay off the weed, drugs. But anyways, and then he gets kicked off the Patriots because out of nowhere, allegation comes up of him raping a woman and stuff like that. And it's like, come on, AB, can we get a break? and then he gets released from the Patriots, and then, he like basically curses them out, then, but the Patriots players are lobbying for him back because they care more about winning than really who's on the team. They showed their colors. I mean, with the Spygate and all that stuff going on, Patriots are kind of on my radar too. Like, oh my gosh, this team probably didn't really have integrity all along. The fact that they want someone like AB on their team, because, well, Tom Brady does need a weapon. He really does. Tom Brady even offered for the man to stay in his house with his wife and kid, or kids. If he has, I don't know if he has kids, but if you have a kid. If he has kids, he has kids, right? Let's read some comments. I'm on a rant right now. So soft tears. Patrick Beverley, I like him, but Patrick Beverley, he's just annoying against his opponents he's playing with. But Patrick Beverley, you will never hear about him acting up, like with the team or legally or anything like that. He might get ejected here and now, but he knows, he has smarts. This guy's, a defensive savant. He reminds me of Patrick Beverley and soft ears. If he would have kept his mouth shut with the Raiders for longer, he would have. Yeah, the man would have had $30 million. I don't even get that. I don't know what CTE is, but it doesn't sound good. I don't think he does. He's always been like this. He didn't get released for the rape accusation. He got released because he decided to threaten a lady over a text. Yeah, the text message thing was so dumb because of the fact now you gave him evidence to and stuff like that. Because I think they were talking, him and the lady, what issues were happening, and the original agreement was like to pay her off, but then he decided like, you know what, no. And now that's why she went public with it. Yeah, that's why. Lost respect his organization. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what's going on with AB. And the whole thing behind the Saints, like, why is Sean Payton trying him out? Like, what is it? Were they trying him out to see how he would play, like, for their defense to study something? Like, to see how, okay, if we have the best player, the best wide receiver in the league, come in and try out, we can kind of get a gauge of how he plays so we can better prepare for our playoff game with no intention on signing him. I don't know what Sean Payton's play is in regards to working him out and trying him out. But Sean Payton's one of the best coaches in the NFL. The team is 13-2, which means obviously he's doing something right. I mean, when Drew Brees went down, when Teddy Bridgewater stepped in, they were undefeated. And Drew Brees came back, and they're rolling. Drew Brees is actually having a good season. Let me actually bring up what his stats and what he's doing. Like, Drew Brees, he's actually having a good season. People sleeping on Drew Brees. I just don't get where AB fits into all of this, though. I just do not know at all where this guy fits in. Bring up some NFL right quick. The teams. Let's go to the New Orleans Saints, because I don't get this at all. Where are you, Saints? Where are you? There you are, roster. So Drew Brees, obviously don't know. This guy's 6 feet. All right. He's tied for 11th in the league in touchdown. He's thrown 24 touchdowns, tied for 11, and thrown 2,726 yards. QBR, he's third. I don't get QBR. I think it's the worst thing ever created, because you have someone like Dak Prescott. For the longest, he was like number one, but he's thrown way more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees has thrown only 4 interceptions. So for every 6 touchdowns he throws an interception. Pretty good. He's tied for second. And let's see. Yeah, Drew Brees is having a great season. Look at this. Let's go back to his last 5 games. All right. Carolina, he threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Next game, Atlanta, he threw for 1 touchdown. The next game after that, against the 49ers, he threw for 5 touchdowns and over 340 yards. The next game, he threw for over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. The next game, he threw for 3 touchdowns, 279 yards. So this man's been balling. He's been balling. I just don't truly understand why AB got a tryout. I mean, he's clearly been disrespectful, and until he changed that dynamic, because one thing I've heard from Shannon Sharp, Shannon Sharp, Mr. Skip, 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 Skip. He didn't say that, Skip. Like, Shannon Sharp, he was just talking about, like, or was it? I forgot who was talking about it. Maybe it wasn't him. But one person was saying, an analyst today was saying how yeah, he can be on a team, but it's like a power dynamic. Or was I listening to a different podcast? I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm thinking of a completely different person. Forget that I said that. But my thing is, if we don't fix what's going on inside of him, and he allows us to straighten up and change and admit that he's done something wrong and admit that, okay, he has some issues, I think the same thing is going to persist. Because he's been getting his way for a while, and it's hard to stop someone who's basically, in a sense, been getting spoiled and having their way. It really is. I don't understand it. All right. Oh, soft ears. My favorite NFL team is the Packers because I'm an Aaron Rodgers team fan. So how I go in sports, my favorite team is determined by what team that fit my favorite player on, because a team, they can change up every year. They get a new coach. It's the same logo but different different coaching style, different energy. Yeah, Kuzma. Yeah, Undisputed. I listened to the podcast. Yeah, about Kuzma. He had a game, a good game. I don't see that continuing that much though, but that was a game that I think if he didn't put up those points, the Lakers would have probably got blown out. But yeah, that's what I think about AB. I don't think he's coming back this year, but definitely next year he is, just because of the talent he possesses. And at the end of the day, NFL is a business, and these owners, they want W's. They want to have wins and stuff, and to be able to have somebody that can command a double team, which means free up more space for your receivers and stuff like that. What coach wouldn't want that? And I guess anybody that signs him in the future, they can put him on a tight leash. Meaning, as soon as this guy acts up, they can just release him. So I think he would definitely be back in the NFL, not this season, just due to the fact that the investigation is not over. I don't know why investigations be taking forever and a day to happen. But that's what happens. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to continue this conversation, that's what the comments is for. So I'll see you guys in the comments. I just got home. I need to go to sleep so I can wake up in the morning, do some more deliveries, go home, get in here, make some waffles. I love my waffles. It's a guilty pleasure. They're healthy, but probably not so good to eat them right kind of a couple hours before I go to bed. But hey, it's something I'm working on. But yes, I thank you guys so much for joining in the chat. And if you haven't, please subscribe to your boy. Give this video a like, leave comments, because we're going to continue this conversation there, as well as visit my merch store. I'll leave in the comments my website, chrisative.com. You just click on that and click on the very bottom link in that website. And yeah, purchase some merch to help your boy out. It'll mean a lot to me. But other than that, I thank you so much for tuning into the Best Sports Highlights. And I'll see you guys, if not later on tonight, definitely tomorrow. Stay awesome. Peace.